With biological weapons on the rise and new viral outbreaks happening in different parts of the world every year, many people feel the threat of a zombie epidemic has never been greater. While some of these videos could be pranks, others could be the early warning signs of an otherworldly apocalypse that none of us are going to survive. Number 10. This footage was recorded roughly 5 years ago somewhere in London. During a police chase on foot, a helicopter keeps track of a suspect as they dart around the city. Despite trying to evade the law, he tries to get into somebody's car, but he gets into a struggle with the person inside and then runs away.
Team is on ground. Repeat, victim is down. Stand by for medical assistance. Suspect just left the scene. Heading north.
The footage is too grainy to tell for sure, but it looks like the person in the car may have sank their teeth into him. The suspect immediately drops to the ground and doesn't move for quite some time, then suddenly gets up and bolts away twice as fast as before.
Officer, the victim is up on his feet. Repeat, up on his feet.
He gets his hands on a nearby police officer and appears to make a meal of him before running off. The video ends afterwards and no more footage was recorded. Number 9. A YouTuber named Brian and his friend think they see something weird moving in the backyard, so they grab a camera and go to investigate. Soon, the intruder makes itself known.
Brian, tell me you see that. No, tell me you see that.
I see that.
Dude, is that Teddy?
No.
They retreat back towards the house, and their former friend Teddy follows.
Dude, that thing's getting closer. Brian, call the cops.
Whatever happens next we'll never know, because the video ends shortly afterwards. This one has a genuine feel to it, making me think it's real, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a skit. Number 8. This aerial footage was taken during some sort of late night raid, though the exact location is currently unknown. A military helicopter tracks a lone Russian soldier as he flees from a group of crazed people. Occasionally, he turns around to open fire, but to absolutely no effect. His firepower does not appear to slow them down in the slightest, as they relentlessly charge forward in a pack. If you happen to speak Russian, then please listen to this next part and tell me what they are saying. More importantly, tell me if they sound legitimately scared or just pretending. Soon, the soldier finds himself cornered, with the enemy closing in from all sides. He's out of ammo and there's no way out. You can hear the pilot retch from the site and the video ends. Number 7. A YouTuber named DJ Dangler sees two men shambling down the street and immediately begins recording what he believes could be the early stages of an outbreak.
Got a couple zombie sightings here in Rochester. That was definitely infected.
I personally think that these could be real people, but then again, I wasn't there at the time. Let me know if you agree with DJ Dangler's assessment or not. Number 6. This video starts out with a person cautiously walking around their basement with a flashlight. I'm assuming the power went out in their home and they are now trying to get to the circuit breaker or something like that. They have a feeling that they are no longer alone, which I guess is why they started recording.
Allie? Hello?
I think I heard him say someone's name in the very beginning, something like Allie, so maybe he was looking for her. Anyway, he makes it a few more steps before something makes him freeze. A pale, ghoulish creature slowly turns around and regards him with beady eyes, and he only manages to record it for a split second before retreating hastily. If this video is real, then I don't know what this creature is, and neither does anyone else. Everything from an alien to the rake has been proposed, and some people are thinking zombies too. Maybe this creature even used to be Allie at one point. Whatever it is, it definitely sounds enraged and possibly once human. Number 5. This possible zombie sighting occurred somewhere along a busy highway in Brazil. Lying awkwardly in the back of a work vehicle is a pale woman with white eyes and a face without expression. Highway workers have a discussion as they watch her thrash around wildly. Maybe someone who speaks Portuguese can tell me what they are saying here so that we can get some clues.
Opa. Eu falei assalto, né, mano? Tá deitado no meio da pista.
Viu? Você via ali, eu parei lá, não dava pra pular.
Eu vi, eu falei, ainda meu, tava parando ali, ainda pensei que era outra ali. Eu pensei que era assalto.
I looked up the business name on the truck and I found out that Eco Vahas is a company in Brazil that helps drivers in distress. Their website says that they have limited mechanical and medical training for highway emergencies, which means that these are probably real responders and not just actors. I can only imagine what was going through their minds when they came upon this person who looks mostly human, yet at the same time is so far gone. Number 4. This compilation of security camera footage was supposedly recorded in June of 1998. A dark figure is clumsily walking down a long and drab hallway in shaky and uneven strides. He appears to be heading towards a shared laundry room that is perhaps in the basement of an apartment building. Meanwhile, another resident walks normally from the other direction, completely unaware of what lays ahead. This is what it looks like moments before they cross paths. What happens next is too much for YouTube, but here is the final aftermath of the encounter. The video ends shortly after. I personally am not sure if this is real or fake. According to the uploader, a copy of this footage was sent to the Centers for Disease Control in Georgia almost 10 years later, but I could find no official news story from that time period or any other evidence. Let me know if you think this is real or some sort of prank. Number 3. What you are seeing is rumored to be a zombie that was somehow captured by Marines somewhere in the Middle East. It appears to have been put in some sort of quarantine container and is now trying to break its way out. The video is obviously amazing if it's real, but I think it might be fake because at certain times the zombie looks like it's being a little too dramatic. Like here, for example, its facial expressions have a little too much emotion at times, which zombies are supposed to be lacking. Then again, these expressions could be some kind of leftover primitive instinct, or maybe even just muscle spasms. Number 2. Ross McKenzie is a YouTuber and tour guide from Scotland. One day, one of his clients say that they saw something stirring in the local graveyard. They appeared to be genuinely frightened and not joking at all. So the next day, Ross sets out for the cemetery to check for himself. The sun is starting to set and Ross still hasn't found anything. Just when he is ready to turn around,
And what? Wait! Hi!
instead of running away, he follows it and demands to know what the thing is up to.
Hi! Hi!
The creature turns around to reveal white eyes and begins heading towards him, at which point Ross wisely retreats. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT with underscores instead of spaces. I also have a Twitter at YT_chills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. Also, I recently created a subreddit where you can submit videos and stories for future lists. It's r/chillsnarrator and the link is in the description below. If you'd like to see more of these videos in the future, then hit that subscribe button because I upload a new video every Thursday. If English isn't the only language you speak and you're interested in getting a shout out, click more, then add translations. By translating the video, not only will more people be able to watch it, but a link to your channel will be added in the description. Number 1. 2 soldiers in Iraq enter a building to find the power is completely out. They sense something is wrong and cautiously enter. This is what one of their body cams picks up inside.
Hey man, you alright? Hey, KBR? KBR? Hey, check that guy right there. Check that guy.
As the two of them venture deeper into the building, they can start to hear a rising chorus of groans and growls coming from just around the corner. What they see next is enough to make them lose their training and go into a full-blown panic.
Oh my god, what the f? Oh my god.
A soldier gets pulled into a doorway just as they round the corner. At this point, the soldiers know they are in too deep and try to run, but fear seems to have frozen their feet to the ground. The video ends before we can see their fate, but somehow we can already tell what probably happened. Sometimes the strangest things can happen to us during the most ordinary of times. Every person on this list is convinced that they have captured something paranormal using the Snapchat app. Glitch or not, their thoughts and experiences have been recorded live for our analysis.